Thank you for joining me for an episode of Forgotten Gear Restorations that I thought would never come. Will you just take a look? Honestly, will you just look at it? Look at it. Casey, when I met you, I had no idea. I saw pictures, dude, but I had no idea how cool this thing would be in person. What character, right? This 1962 Fender Princeton is so damn cool. It's perfect just the way it is, just sitting there looking at it. What a story this thing must have. If only you could tell it. Right now, this thing's out of commission. Let's change that. Casey, super cool meeting you, dude. Hang on. All right, dude. This is your 1962 Fender Princeton amp. And all the transformers, heretofore known as iron or referred to as iron, are original, as is this old Mallory cap can that's seen better days. And some might say, hey, the whole amp has seen better days. What are you talking about? I'm gonna say no. If any of you guys out there are not approaching an amp tech or me because you're concerned about the amp not being tidy enough or whatever, don't think that. This amp has me so incredibly excited to work on it. I'd say I'm jubilant. It's just perfect as it is, man. Aesthetically, this thing has lived a life. From the missing Tolex to the cigarette burns across the top, the non-original speaker, the baffle that looks like it was carved with a butter knife, the whole thing, dude. It's just perfect. It's beautiful to me, man. When I see an amp come in just crash landing with its tail feathers still smoldering, barely clinging on, at least a classic one. I don't mean like a PV Rage from the late 80s. I just think that there's a piece of all of us in that worn out old amp. Isn't there a piece of us in there? You know, we all carry that damage on the inside. We don't wear it on our sleeves like this thing is doing. This thing is proud. I like it. So, just to get into it, it looks like this thing, the more I see, you know. It looks like maybe some of the hardware here on the tube sockets may not be original. And just let me preface this by saying, I'm sorry I couldn't reuse that yellow power cord. And you know I wanted to. You just know I wanted to. I'm going to try to avoid drilling any, or rather enlarging any holes here. I have proper power cords, and then once I show you the inside, you'll see why I just kind of want to be done away with it. You know, I want it to be done away with, rather. I'm going to have to test your output transformer. I don't think that was smoldering. I think that cracked resistor on the power rail is what you were noticing, and actually that melty looking blob on the bias board on the front of the amp, right behind the power indicator light, is actually a diode. And sometimes they covered the solder joints with that chemical, and that's just the way they look. But that is something that I'm going to be inspecting as well, so fret not. But yeah, there's what appears to be some charring around the sockets. This is not just environmental corrosion. This is, hey, something happened. Or a dude that was handling it just had dirty hands, you know? Because I could see fingerprints there. I don't know. I just don't know, man. But I'll be testing your output transformer. Let me just flip this thing over. And you gotta know, dude, you know how excited I was when you took this out of your truck, man. So none of this is in jest. None of this is any sort of, I'm not making fun of this thing. There's nothing funny about this amp. I love this amp, dude. It's just so full of character. It's so full of character, man. And that's what matters to me more than almost anything. I'll take a quirky sports car over a super well-sorted, boring daily commuter any day of the week, man. And for me, this is that spirit. So let me flip her on over. All right, so let's start on a more conventional end of the amp. You have everything's original on this board. Okay, we're gonna need to replace, and we're presuming for a moment that all the iron is good, but we're gonna have to replace these two guys for certain. I'll be testing these resistors to see if they're in spec. This one is obviously not in spec, and I'm almost certain that this is part of what you were noticing. So there's an obvious break there, so that means there's going to be a bit of a gap. That means there's going to be there's going to be some flashover and some of that sweet aroma. So we'll set you up with some new guys there, and you're definitely going to need a new cap can. And I'll say this, I'll say that we should think about maybe keeping the old one in place. I do have something that will that'll fit. However, let's just maybe keep the old one. Let me do some discrete capacitors, because the result always comes out better and it'll look completely stock from the outside. Now over here, this material has a rubbery feel to it. It's like some insulator was brushed on here. And you can see these non-standard terminals that he kind of tack sawed everywhere. I'm going to fix all that. You can see, I feel like a guy who understands electricity did this. This is sort of what it looks like when an electrician handles amp repairs. And this is all part of the power cord that will be exiting stage left. We're going to put a proper one there. And I see an extra hole drilled there. I wonder what that was about. We're going to put some proper ones there. I'm going to get rid of some of this other hardware that doesn't belong. And we're going to get you a really, really stable power supply. And it'll look nice and pretty too. This guy is starting to bubble on the anode end. So he needs to go away. There's a good chance that this guy had shorted out and then cause your tubes to red plate and then have excess current drawn here, or maybe there was a, I don't know, screen supply failure and it caused an overcurrent condition. In either case, this guy's going away. So that's it for the interior at the moment until I see something else. So I'm gonna get all this. I'm just gonna remove all this stuff here, and I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna try the heat gun and see if I can take that off, because I need to reuse these terminals for sure. So we do a proper job, because the way he installed the power cord was not proper. So I'll take care of that. And this will probably have to do it update-wise for today. But I'm going to test that output transformer and see if I can determine its health condition. So I'll update you soon.